All right. Good morning, Bears. Do it again as we do. Lose the games we should win and win the games we should lose. As we do. Unfortunately, I'm still a fan and I'm not surprised. It's still my team. I'm never giving them up. But check this out. Fourth quarter starts. There's 15 minutes left in the game. They spent 45 minutes not scoring nothing. Not scoring nothing like a professional football team. Okay? Whatever, right? So, 15 minutes left in the game. We decide we're going to start playing some real offense. What really bugs me about the Bears is, like any team, don't get pissed off now. Don't get upset. Don't get upset after the result of your lack of scoring points ultimately results in you not getting more points at the end of the game. That's just simple math. If you want to get upset in the third quarter. How about the second quarter? Any point before you run out of time, that's when you should get upset. We have proven over and over and over again as the Chicago Bears that you don't need to play 60 minutes of football to beat a team. You can play 15 minutes of football and beat a team like the Lions. We spend a lot of opportunities going 3 and out. We don't have any solid receivers. This is the real deal about it. Anytime a guy catches the ball on the Chicago Bears, everybody's surprised, unless it's a tight end. Our tight ends are our receivers, and that's okay, but let's just play like that. Some of the best hands in the games right now for the last actually 5 years have been tight ends. And I'm thinking Kettle, Kelsey, and what do you know? We got Kmet. So you just got to have a tight end, and you have to have a K as the start of your letter, your name, and you are already in the house. So why are we playing games? We already know who the hands are. I love it when a receiver catches a ball, especially one that's impossible for any other human to catch because it's in your job title. It's in your job description to receive. You should probably have some special ability to catch the ball, but we rarely come up with those. That interception where DJ Moore got boxed out and then there was a gap and the defender caught it. He should have at least been there to play defense. If you already know you're not going to catch it, get back on it and play the defense. And I know talking from the sideline, everybody's like, oh, just do this better, as if I could do it better. I'm aware I can't do it better. I also don't make millions of dollars to get better at it. I make hundreds of dollars to fix stupid jets that I'm really good at fixing. And every day I go into work, I choose the opportunities that make my job, I guess what it is. So it's never going to just be easy. I do what I'm paid to do. I take opportunities to learn, to expand my knowledge. I don't run from a tough job. I don't punt the ball to somebody else if I don't want to do my job. No, baby. I am the best guy you hired for this job. That's what it is. If it's school teacher, if it's bus driver, if it's mechanic, if it's football player, I'm not done getting better. I'm 40 years old and I'm still moving up. I'm still learning new things. I'm still taking on opportunities. I still dive in tank and do what I have to do. So here's the difference, okay? So here's why football players don't excel like that. They're 20 years old. They are at their physical peak, but mentally they have not figured out how to apply themselves to that level. And when they do, you get a Myles Garrett. You see what I'm saying? You get a Aaron Donald. You get a Puka Nacua. You get a guy who, once he believes in himself and understands what his full potential could be, if he sticks to that plan, you become a breakout talent. Not to say any of these guys suck. You are also a professional athlete. You had to have something. I'm just saying, now you're at the tip of the spear. Things get more difficult. So here's our problem in Chicago. we like to blame the defense for losing games for us. Like in San Francisco last week, nobody gives defense the credit for giving us the lead, starting the game with a pick six on the first play, which meant that we get the ball in the second half and we start the first half with 6 points. What more do you need as an offense? Especially if we're such good gunslingers, which we look like we were going toe-to-toe, except for after we got the pick six in San Francisco, I think the next two series were 3 and out. And then we didn't have the lead anymore. So you wasted the opportunity the defense gave you. Then you said, oh, the defense didn't play enough defense. And you blame the defense. You keep talking about how ice cold Caleb is. I'm not taking anything from Caleb. That dude is nasty. However, I think he should stop getting manicures, and I think he should just dip his fingers in paint. Yeah, my nails are painted. Just war paint, not cute. Then do your thing, whatever. He's doing what he's doing. But you can't blame the defense if the offense isn't going to step it up either. The whole team doesn't play on all three phases at all times. San Francisco was actually the most complimentary football I think we've played all year. And it sucks to lose by 2 feet at the last play of the last. But that was the best team playing at the best they could that we've beaten. It didn't count when we beat the Eagles, don't get me wrong. But it didn't really mean anything because we beat them so convincingly. San Francisco is the game that to me was the most, most proof that we're actually in a fight for something. Now we come to Detroit and we don't bring San Francisco energy. I guess we changed the game plan to, hey, let's not throw the ball and score a lot. Let's just stay afloat against a team that we hate, against a team that we need to even the odds and the score with, against a team that should be in the playoffs, clearly, but they didn't make it. You know what I mean? Things just didn't fall their way. There's a lot worse teams in the playoff than the defense. Either way, than Detroit. But either way, back to my original issue with Chicago, we are playing literally 15 minutes of offensive football. It didn't score. Your job as an offense is every time you get on the field to get 10 yards. That's what your job is. And once you run out of field, that last line, they reward you with 6 points. That's your only job. Get 10 yards every time you're on the field. How many 3 and outs did we go through in the first 3 quarters while still holding Goff throwing to his 2 receivers and Tesla, his tight end, is difficult. Especially if we're playing man and they're cutting us up instead of playing zone. Whatever that's about. But we held them to 1 touchdown and I think no red zone points. For the whole game. They got that 1 touchdown. Everything else was field goals. What more can you do against a team that knows you and knows they can beat you on any given Sunday, which is evident in the football league that on any given Sunday, anybody can win, lose, or draw. Don't get me wrong, they are professionals. But, my issue is if the defense did all of that, and all you need to do was play 14 funky minutes of football to tie the game, and then the defense turns it over for you again, they give you a turnover, and you didn't finish the game, and so then that's what we do. Then we just look at the bright notes of it. Caleb Williams is our leading passer for the history of the Chicago losing football Bears. Cool, dog. Great. You're the smartest retard then. That's great. Until you start making a legacy of winning, nobody cares. Nobody cares if we have the most 10-yard passes on the right side of the field in September when it's raining. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about all that. What we care about is the ring, okay? And we're not getting a ring if we don't play 4 quarters of football. So nobody's crediting the defense for what they did today against a a high chemistry offense, I would say. They have really good chemistry, that offense. And they've been doing it. They've been winning. They've been going places. I'm literally driving in circles. I'm lost right now. But yeah, the Bears let another one off the hook. So, and this isn't even like just this season. This is last season too. We forget that last season with Eberflus and the other two coaches we had, we still were losing by 3 points or one score, which was the Lions for 5 years ago. The Lions lost every game by less than 3 points. The difference with the Lions losing was you felt like they were in the game the whole time and just didn't break their way. We lose, and it feels like, oh, we were lucky to be in the game. Like, oh, it's uncharacteristic, but this one miracle play kept us alive and kept us in the game. The Lions were doing it consistently every game. It wasn't miracle plays. It was real hard work. It was every man doing his assignment. And that's just not what you can trust the Bears to do. You don't know which Jaquan Brisker's going to show up. Today we got the good one. You don't know which Montez Sweat's going to show up. Today we got the good one. You don't know which version of who's going to show up. Nobody's consistent. Cole Kmet's consistent. And I'll say Caleb Williams is consistent. He consistently delivers a catchable ball, probably 80% or better of the time. However, which Burden is coming back? Who are the other receivers? Oh, yeah, that's right. Odunze's got a foot problem, so he's not playing for a month now. Yeah. So who are you throwing to? Just throw it to Kmet or throw it to Loveland and let the receivers run play routes. And then maybe every now and again you have some miracle pass to DJ Moore over double coverage on the back line of the end zone against Packers who actually know how to play defense. So that's so weird that you would throw that ball. But yeah, they didn't defend it properly. He jumped up and caught it, and nobody else thought, hey, I should jump too. Okay, cool. Look good. Very beautiful play. I'm not mad about it, but it's just not a consistent thing. So to act like the Bears are this consistent juggernaut that always is going to do the thing it takes to win the game is where I get pissed off. We keep forgetting who we are. We are the lucky cardiac Bears. Okay, so now we're going into the postseason with 2 losses, and our only hope now is that we're pissed off enough to take that anger, hold on to it, let it bake on the inside. Let it turn into something evil. And then from the whistle blow of the first kickoff next Sunday against the team, the only team that we care about beating, that we produce some form of grit, some form of, it's not even a word for what we need. But we need it. And hopefully we can do it for 60 minutes. But as we've shown in both Packer games, we only need to play the Packers for 8 minutes to beat them. We can spend the whole game not doing nothing, and we can spend 8 minutes actually playing real football, and we can beat the Packers. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but what if we played 23 minutes of football? What if we didn't just get 3 and outs? What if we just got 10 yards every time we came on the field? And then, again, the league leading defense in takeaways. Yeah, we don't get credit for it. We don't give credit to our defense except for to say, oh, he should have been a Pro Bowler, but they didn't give it to him. It's because we look lucky out there. We don't look skilled, okay? So, next Sunday, what if we act like it's fourth quarter at the beginning of the game? What if we just start with 2-minute drill? And maybe that's like a crazy thought that nobody's thought of, but what if we play like we're going to lose from the start? We are way too relaxed. And then it's always the same in the locker room, the post-game interviews. Yeah, we came out flat, but, we pulled it back together. Can you believe it? I stopped watching the game because it was after midnight here. And I just wasn't going to stay up and lose sleep over it. Like, I already know what's going to happen. You're going to wait till the game is late, then you're going to make it close, and maybe you win, maybe you don't. I already knew that. And the fact is we don't really need it. We didn't really need the win because we're still going to the playoffs. And I think we might even still be in the same seat because the Niners lost or whatever. Who cares? Last week of football, this 18 week, was the underdogs week. Everybody who wasn't supposed to win won, it seems like. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I love this team. I love these colors. I will never, ever, ever care for another team. Period. In all the sports. And I love some other sports, but the Bears, you know, even if you move to Indiana or whatever, it's still my team. But I want us to play 27 minutes of good football. You know, a better football than the other team. The Packers are not invincible. They just have a way better playbook and a lot more chemistry. Okay? They run some nasty plays. I wish we could get plays like theirs where I'm just going to stop talking about it. Either way, we obviously need to just use our tight ends like receivers, run the ball with Manungai, and if you are a running back, your skill set is that you are fast. You're not the fastest person on the team. The safety is the fastest person on the team. But you are fast and you are agile. You can make people miss. So, when you receiveth the ball, openeth the eyes, and don't try to run over a 300-pound lineman. Go around him. Change direction. Do something. Just don't think you're a juggernaut. Now, once you get to the linebackers or the D-backs, sure, lower the pads. Give it what you got. I'm okay with that, especially if you've already picked up 4 or 5 or 7 yards. But if you really want to get out there, similar to if you were in a bullfighting ring and there was a big bull there charging you, or a moose, everybody has to realize that the moose has very strong, very powerful, straight directional, movements. But if you make a quick turn, the moose cannot make the quick turn. The bull cannot make the quick turn. That's the beauty of the bullfighting thing, right? So, as we are not the bull, not the moose, we are the bullfighter as running backs. Do that thing where, although he's running full speed to try to get to you, you're far more elusive and agile. Make the move, make the switch, make them miss, and then the rest of the team still has to get there. And that's when you use the speed that would match most other players, but you're 20 yards away from them. Not that I'm a coach or nothing. Why would you listen to me? But I'm just saying, like, you're not bigger than the linemen. Go around them and then do your work. Get through the hole, then do your work. Find a gap, make a gap. Disappear, teleport like Barry Sanders used to do, and show up 5 yards over there, and then make your move. Once the ball is in the running back's hands, which I played running back, and I was decent at it, but that's years ago. Once it's in your hand, it doesn't matter what the play was. It doesn't matter how it was schemed up. If you get the ball and the blocking breaks down, then it's on you. You have to improvise. Go around. Make something else happen. Nobody's going to be mad at you if you decide, well, we went left. Everybody on the field ran left and blocked left. So did the defense. So I went right. Makes sense. It makes sense. If you're going to, it's such a crazy thing. Like if you need 10 yards, why run a 5-yard route? Because the D-back is going to follow you wherever you are. So if you're standing 5 yards away, the D-back will be 6 yards away. So why not just run 9 or 11 yards? And then the D-back will have to be 12 yards. And you can make him bite on the 5 and then turn upfield, and now you got to step on him. But no, we just love to run that little 5-yard route on 3rd and 8. I don't know. I'm feeling Ben Johnson. But we need the 49ers playbook, or we need Green Bay's playbook. or we need Kansas City's playbook. We need to run different routes. We need to play electric football. Like, I don't know, it's probably easier to catch when you're wide open. Luther Burden ain't beating nobody up. You know what I mean? Like, just scheme him open, you know? Like our tight ends are always open. I don't know. Here's what I know. We weren't supposed to be in the playoffs this year, but we are. How much do we belong there is going to be very evident in 7 days. 15 minutes of football is not enough football to win a playoff game. 3 and out. 3 and out is crazy if you think you're going to win something. So there's nothing I can say or do to change it. We are set. We are who we are. We're going to play how we play football. I just hope the defense really gets excited and does that thing where they take the ball away. That's all we can hope for. Offensively, we'll take what we can get. Defensively, we'll take what we want. Let's be difficult. Let's play this next game like it's the Super Bowl, because we probably not going to the Super Bowl. Not if we don't play the next game like it's a Super Bowl, and then play the next game like it's a Super Bowl, and then do that 2 more times to win a Super Bowl. But I don't want to go to the Super Bowl and lose again. I know that much. I would much rather beat the Packers and bow out humbly than go all the way to the big dance and not win it. Not again. So let's just beat up Green Bay, do something we really like to do, and then at least we have that 2 wins over Green Bay this season. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want to lose to the Packers. That's what I don't want to do. Either way, bear down.